All right, so I'm live once again. Okay, let me check once whether I'm audible or not. I think I'm audible. Alright, so I'm live once again. Yes, I'm audible to all of you. Okay, so I'll be waiting for maybe a couple of minutes if I find any student who would be live. So, on the request of many students to explain a devoted son from your voices, okay, from your voices I have brought this video, this explanation, and it is going to be a complete explanation of the story A Devoted Son. And this is not core English actually. The title of the video is correct. It will be voices here, okay. It will be voices here, okay. Now this is for class 11 full explanation. Now if you check your syllabus, you will see that in your voices book there are 3 total stories given actually. From class 11, On Doing Nothing, Talking a Space Report on Planet 3, and A Devoted Son. And I think most of the students now, any 2 is the criteria given in the syllabus, class 11 MBOSE syllabus, any 2. All right, so if it is any 2, I think most of the schools, class 11, they are doing On Doing Nothing and A Devoted Son. So A Devoted Son I'm explaining today, On Doing Nothing I'll definitely come up with a video, and as I have promised all of you, Soham Bhatt, hello, Soham Bhatt, hello. All right, so on the request of many of you actually, because I was preparing, I needed to study the story very nicely, because if I do not study the story, then I will not be able to give you a good explanation. And I would like to request all of you that whenever you watch the video, if you are going live also, whenever you watch the video, please keep the book in front of you, because the book is very important, okay. And I have tried to cover the important aspects of the story page by page. If I go page by page, it will be a long explanation, very long explanation. So instead of going page by page, I have touched the important aspects of the story, which is very important in your exam. All right, so without further delay, let us start. So I have divided the story into different headings for all of you to understand. मैंने स्टोरी को अलग अलग हेडिंग्स के अंदर डाला है ताकि आप लोगों को समझ में आए, स्टोरी और अच्छे से आपको समझ में आए. पॉइंट वाइज मैंने डिस्कस किया है स्टोरी को, पूरे स्टोरी को, द एंटायर स्टोरी आई हैव डिस्कस्ड पॉइंट वाइज, so that it becomes easier for all of you to understand. Okay, so the first point, and I have gone systematically as the story starts and ends. जैसे स्टोरी शुरू होता है और खत्म होता है, मैं उसी योर होगा टोगा, ओके, माय अकाउंट इज नो मोर अवेलेबल, ओके, होगा टोगा, आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम, यस होगा टोगा, ओके, आई विल कॉल यू होगा टोगा इंस्टेड ऑफ सोहम भट्ट, ओके, बिकॉज आई नो यू बाय दिस नेम ओनली, ओके. तो चलिए, आप सब लोग किताब को हाथ में रखिएगा, ठीक है, आप सब लोग किताब को हाथ में रखिएगा. मेरे पास भी मेरा किताब है, वॉइसेस हियर एज यू कैन सी, मेरे पास भी मैंने किताब को हाथ में रखा हुआ है, ठीक है. तो किताब हाथ में रखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि लाइन बाय लाइन एक्सप्लेन करना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा और बहुत लंबा वीडियो हो जाएगा. इससे बेहतर है कि मैं इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी को टच करूँ. तो सबसे पहला हेडिंग आपका है राकेश जर्नी ऑफ अचीवमेंट, और वीडियो के एंड में मैंने एक एनालिसिस डाला है, थीम ऑफ द स्टोरी, द सेंट्रल आइडिया ऑफ द स्टोरी मैंने डाला है, तो वो भी आपको बहुत मदद करेगा. इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. ओके, so I am here with my friends. Okay, fine. Okay, so Soham Bhatt is your friend's account. Okay, fine, hoga toga. Okay, I hope the video will help you also. Okay, so initially there's a character called Rakesh. Okay, he's a young Indian man, and he discovers he's secured the top position in the national exam. So कहानी जब शुरू होता है, when the story starts, there's a boy called Rakesh. Okay, and what happens is that he cracks the exam with a very good result. Now when he comes home, his father asks, did you get a first division? So then Rakesh replies, no, not the first division, but I have topped in the exam. That means in the entire state I have topped the exam. Okay, in the entire state I have topped the exam, or in the entire country I have topped the exam. Okay, first in the country, not in the state or not in the district, the first in the country. Okay, so he's a very brilliant boy. He's very brilliant in studies. So not only a first division, he has secured the top position in the entire country in the national exams. ठीक है, तो national exam में उसने top किया. Now, instead of reveling in his success, he reverently honors his father. So generally, when students get a first division or does a very good result, they will go out and hang out with friends, do party with friends. But Rakesh he is from the modern generation, but then he, he's a very cultured boy. He has culture, traditions inside him. So instead of celebrating in that way, he comes home, he reverently honors his father. His father is Verma, Mr. Verma, by touching his feet. So in the Indian tradition, we touch the feet of the elders and take blessings. Okay. Amela Thapa, hello. Amela Thapa, hello. So he comes home and instead of celebrating that I have stood first, or instead of feeling proud, he did not forget his Indian culture. He touched his father's feet and took blessings. You see what a great boy. And the title of the story, as you know, is A Devoted Son, and showcasing his deep respect and gratitude for his father. So uske father, ये पूरा जो कहानी है students, this entire story actually, the whole story is actually is shows the father and son relationship. तो ये पूरा कहानी जो है ये एक पिता और उसका बेटा, इन दोनों का रिलेशनशिप शो करता है कि कैसे करके रिलेशनशिप ग्रो हुआ, फिर रिलेशनशिप फॉल हुआ, how the relationship becomes stronger, then how it breaks. So you are going to learn everything in the story. Sir, what about class 12? Yes, BXG Gaming. Class 12 also I will definitely touch. Let me complete class 11. Class 12 poetry section I have completed. Let me touch class 11. Okay, let me complete class 11 first. I'll definitely complete class 12 before your exams, I promise you. Long before your exam. So राकेश जो है अपने पिताजी का पैर छू के आशीर्वाद लेता है, and he's a very devoted son. Okay. फिर हम लोग देखते हैं कि being the first son in the family, तो पहला बेटा क्योंकि है फैमिली में, to receive his education, तो वो पहला ऐसा इंसान है उसके फैमिली में जिसने एजुकेशन गेन किया. अदरवाइज हिज फादर इज अ पेटी जॉब डूअर. उसका पिताजी जो है छोटा मोटा नौकरी करता है, वो मैं दिखाऊंगा आपको बाद में, छोटा मोटा नौकरी करता है. तो बीइंग द फर्स्ट सन इन द फैमिली टू रिसीव एन एजुकेशन, हिज अचीवमेंट्स स्पार्क एक्साइटमेंट विद इन द हाउस होल्ड, prompting a celebratory gathering attended by the entire neighborhood. तो जब उसका खबर फैलता है, when this news of his achievement is spread, all the neighbors they gather, all relatives, all his relatives, all the neighbors around, all of them gather, okay, in his house to congratulate him. पूरा neighbor जो है पूरा आ जाता है उसके घर में उसको congratulate करने, उसके पिताजी को congratulate करने. While some neighbors criticize Verma for seeming proud, they acknowledge his deserving pride. तो कुछ neighbors है actually when some of his relatives come to his house, when some of the neighbors come to his house, especially neighbors जो उनके घर पे आए, तो वर्मा जी जो है राकेश का फादर, राकेश's father, okay, वर्मा, Mr. Verma, he is very proud, okay, and some of the neighbors criticize Verma for his over pride. वो ज्यादा ही कुछ प्राउड है अपने बेटे के पोजीशन को लेके, उसके अचीवमेंट को लेके कुछ ज्यादा ही प्राउड है. तो वो डिस्कस करते हैं कि अरे एक ये वर्मा जी, उसका पिताजी जो है वो सब्जी बेचता था, ये वर्मा भी सब्जी बेचता है, और अब देखो इतना प्राउड है. नाउ ही इज सो मच प्राउड. ही वर्मा's father used to sell vegetables, he sells vegetables, he is a petty job doer and he's so proud of himself. But some other neighbors say no, he has got a reason to be proud. No, he has done a lot of struggle in his life and he has raised his son, उसने अपने बेटे को बड़ा किया, so that's okay, he deserves to be proud. Okay, so they acknowledge his deserving pride. तो पिता जो है वो कितना भी छोटा मोटा काम ना करे, काम करे, a father, no matter if he does even a small petty job also, if his son or daughter, children, they achieve something in life, every father or every mother has the right to be proud. So Verma ji is same here. Okay, while some neighbors criticize, but some other neighbors also say no, it's okay for him to be proud. Any father would be proud, कितना भी छोटा काम वो क्यों ना करे. तो despite the minor critics, छोटे मोटे criticism जो है वो होते रहते घर पे, but the neighbors remain awestruck by Rakesh's accomplishments, achievements, and admire his adherence to tradition and dedication to his family. तो पिताजी जो है, यू नो, हिज फादर इज आल्सो प्राउड एंड ही टेल्स ऑल द नेबर्स दैट देखो मेरा बेटा, माय सन स्टूड यू नो टॉप्ड इन द national exams in the entire country, but he did not forget his culture, he did not forget his tradition, and he has come and touched my feet and took my blessing. So I'm very proud of my son. So even the neighbors are moved. You know, there are some ladies who came to Rakesh's house to congratulate him when they heard that Rakesh, being a modern boy, he came to his father and touched his feet and took blessings. They also had tears in their eyes that, you know, we wish our children also were like that. You know, today's children are not like that. I'm not telling majority, but I'm not telling everybody, but majority of the students are like that. Children are like that, that they, you know, tend to hang out with friends if they have achieved the success. I myself, I've seen my students, because I'm a teacher, I've seen my students after getting results and after passing the results, whether they pass with good marks or bad marks, when they pass in their examinations, I have seen that the moment the results are declared, they will not go home. Instead, they will go with their friends on a picnic spot and hang out with them, enjoy with them. But the first thing that every student must do is that go home, okay, and give this news of success to your parents first, because they deserve first to hear about your success. तो सबसे पहला हक जो है आपके माता पिता का है, ठीक है. तो पूरे नेबर्स जो है, all the neighbors, they are really very much you know, they started feeling great about the achievements, and they had a great admire for Rakesh, because not only because of his success so he has got because he's a brilliant student, but that he has not forgotten his tradition, and you know, the fact that he is very dedicated to his family. Okay, now despite establishing a successful medical career in the USA, Rakesh surprises others by returning home to his family. So Rakesh actually got a chance to go to USA, the United States of America, and this also his father said very proudly that my son is going to the United States of America, USA, not America. America is the word only. America is like, no, it's a very small word. My son is going to the USA, United States of America. Okay, so that is a very high way of you know, talking that his father does, Varmaji. Okay, now he tells all the neighbors, okay, everybody, that my son is going to the USA, and everybody thought that Rakesh will permanently settle in USA. Rakesh जो है वो permanently USA में settle हो जाएगा, and he will never come back to India. He will never come back to his family. But no, Rakesh surprises everybody, and after completing his studies there, he comes back home. And you know, there were many ladies who talked to Rakesh's mother. राकेश के मम्मी से बहुत सारे लेडीज ने बात किया और उनको डराते रहे. Those ladies actually, they kept frightening Rakesh's mother. Why? You see, your son has gone to USA, and there he will get settled there permanently, and then he will marry an American girl there. वो एक किसी American girl से शादी कर लेगा, वो कभी लौट के नहीं आएगा. Okay, so this they would frighten Rakesh's mother like that. But Rakesh surprised everybody by returning home to his family. और Rakesh actually उसने अपने MD जो है MD complete किया. He had completed his MD. उसका जो study था medical में, MD, Doctor of Medicine, okay, that he completed, and the thesis he wrote for his MD actually brought Rakesh more glory. Actually उसने एक थीसिस लिखा था, एक रिसर्च पेपर लिखा था. ओके, एक पर्टिकुलर मेडिकल साइंस के ऊपर एक टॉपिक MD, ओके, उसके ऊपर एक थीसिस लिखा था. इस थीसिस ने राकेश को और ज्यादा बड़ा बना दिया. इट मेड राकेश ग्रेटर. ओके, तो वो यूएसए चला गया. अब वो यूएसए में सेटल नहीं हुआ, वो लौट के आ गया फिर अपने फैमिली में, और ये बहुत सारे लोग सरप्राइज हो गए. अब देखते हैं कि राकेश का करियर जो है, करियर हाउ इट grows, the evolution, the growth of Rakesh career. यहाँ पे evolution मतलब growth. You see, Rakesh kept on getting success after success after success after success. राकेश को सक्सेस ही मिलता गया जिंदगी में, उसने कभी फेलियर नहीं देखा. And he was brilliant, and he was never proud of his success. Let me tell you students, ठीक है, उसको सक्सेस मिलता गया. He never return back. You know, there are many brilliant students like that who never look back. उनको जिंदगी में सक्सेस ही मिलता जाता है बिकॉज दे आर फुल्ली फोकस्ड ऑन व्हाट दे डू. वो पूरे फोकस रहते अपने स्टडीज पे, अपने काम पे, कि उनको सक्सेस ही मिलता है एवरी टाइम. वो कभी फेलियर का मुंह नहीं देखते. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि विथ टाइम राकेश कंटिन्यूज हिज असेंट. राकेश कंटिन्यूज हिज असेंट अचीविंग ग्रेटर हाइट्स. तो जैसे जैसे टाइम जाता गया, बीतता गया, as time passed, Rakesh continued to go up, continued to become successful and successful and successful. He attains an MD and secures a scholarship to study at a prestigious American hospital. तो उसको scholarship मिलता है उसके MD की thesis के लिए. He gets scholarship and he attains an MD degree also. And then on a scholarship he goes to study in USA in a very prestigious American hospital, and he gets a number of numerous awards because of that. Okay, उसको बहुत सारा अवार्ड मिलता है, बहुत सारा अवार्ड मिलता है उसको उस काम के लिए. ठीक है, फिर देखिए आप, अपॉन हिज रिटर्न, वो जब रिटर्न होता है, वो अमेरिका में सेटल नहीं हुआ. he did not settle in America despite the fact that in America also he had got numerous awards. So possibly the American government might have told him that you stay here, you have great job prospects, career prospects, but he refused to stay there because he loved his family. He was very loyal to his family. This loyalty is another theme of the story. Loyalty जो है एक और theme है इस कहानी का, जो मैं बाद में डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ. ठीक है, I'm going to discuss it later, okay? But just concentrate on this first. That upon his return, all the ladies had told his mother that he will marry an American girl there, he will get settled, but he did not do anything like that. He comes home. His mother had decided, he had declared actually to his parents that mother, dad, mom, whatever girl or whichever girl you choose for me, I'll marry. Okay, I do not have any liking or anything like that. Whatever. He was a very obedient boy, highly obedient boy. Okay, so when he came back home, maybe his parents had, searched for a girl to be married. So he said, okay, I am ready to marry any girl you choose for me. Okay, so he agrees to an arranged marriage with a local girl instead of marrying someone from abroad. So I'll be telling what kind of girl he got married to. So when he came back home, his mother had, found a girl. Actually, instead he agreed almost without argument to marry a girl she had picked out for him in her own village, the daughter of a childhood friend, a plump and uneducated girl, Shubhajit Singha. Hello, Shubhajit. Hello, I'm fine, Shubhajit. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? So here you see that when he came back, his mother had already decided a girl from him from that same village. Okay, from that same village, and that girl was a daughter of their family friend, actually a childhood friend, the daughter of a childhood friend, possibly Rakesh's childhood friend. Okay, and then they got married. Okay. Now that girl wasn't very educated. She was an uneducated, a plumpy, fat girl. Okay, she wasn't much educated. Any boy of today's generation would refuse. No, I will not marry this kind of girl. Okay, I need a girl, of a heroine type. Okay, but Rakesh did not tell anything like that. He agreed. Okay, and he married as suggested by his mother. तो उसके मम्मी ने जैसे जैसे बोला उसने चुपचाप शादी कर लिया without refusing. Okay, उसने refuse बिल्कुल नहीं किया. Okay, now this girl was actually very quite uneducated, domestic kind of a girl. Okay, no parties, nothing like that. A simple girl. Rakesh married. Subsequently, Rakesh begins working at the city hospital, swiftly climbing to the ranks to become its director. तो राकेश जो है सिटी में एक सिटी हॉस्पिटल में काम करने लगा और वहां पे सबसे पहले जो है he was made one of the top administrators of the hospital. सबसे पहले उसको जो रैंक मिला वो है एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का. He got the rank of an administrator. Then finally he became the director of that hospital, the highest position in the hospital. उसको डायरेक्टर का पोस्ट मिला उस हॉस्पिटल में. Okay, so you see, look at Rakesh. He studied in America. He had great career prospects in America, but he did not stay. He came back home. His mother had chosen a girl already for him. He did not tell no. He married that girl silently. Then Rakesh started working in India only, in the city hospital. Okay, and from an administrator of that hospital he became the director of that hospital. Okay, and then he brought a sky blue color ambassador also, and it was not that he would hang out only with his wife. Sir, please provide the explanation of. Yes, yes, I'll definitely provide, please do not worry. Okay, Shubhajit, I'm fine. Shubhajit, okay, Shubhajit also fine. Thank you for joining the live session, thank you so much. Now यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि राकेश brought up bought an ambassador. राकेश ने एक ambassador खरीदा, एक स्काई ब्लू कलर का एम्बेसडर खरीदा, और उस एम्बेसडर में अपनी पूरे फैमिली को घुमाने लेके गया वो. ओके, स्पेशली हिज पेरेंट्स. ही took all his parents for a ride. I'm sorry, he took his parents, the entire family for a ride. And the fact that he did not forget his parents even after getting the post of a director is a huge thing today. Let me tell you. Okay, so ये राकेश का achievement है. Now gaining vital experience there, he eventually establishes his own clinic. तो धीरे धीरे करके राकेश ने अपना खुद का क्लिनिक खोला. He opened up his own clinic after getting a great experience from the hospital he was working as a director. He eventually opens up his own clinic, which quickly flourishes into remarkable success. So obviously a man like Rakesh, who is always successful, I mean success is there inside his blood only, and he's not proud about it at all. Okay, so very quickly that personal clinic of Rakesh also becomes a grand success, and he becomes a very rich man. ये भी बहुत mark is very important to mark, very important to note that he becomes a rich man. वो एक बहुत अमीर आदमी बन गया, बहुत पैसा उसके पास आ रहा था. He was earning a huge sum of money from his own clinic. All right, then Rakesh's unfaltering success. I told you that Rakesh had only known about success. In the dictionary of Rakesh, the word failure is not there. राकेश का जो डिक्शनरी है उसमें फेलियर है ही नहीं, उसमें सिर्फ सक्सेस एंड सक्सेस, सिर्फ सक्सेस और कुछ नहीं. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि एज राकेश forges ahead in life, his accomplishment seems unstoppable. So the success, the achievements of Rakesh as he is moving ahead in his life, जैसे जैसे जिंदगी में वो आगे बढ़ रहा है, achievements and all the laurels, it's coming and it's unstoppable. It's coming like anything and it's unstoppable. It seems that success is unstoppable in the life of Rakesh. राकेश की जिंदगी में accomplishments, achievements unstoppable है. ठीक है, everywhere he is achieving and achieving and achieving success. He remains steadfast in honoring his family, but the fact is that he did not forget his family even after getting so much success. Firstly, as a son, he is great. Then as a husband, he is great. Then Rakesh, when he had his first baby, a son, he is also a great father. So a great son, a great husband, a great father. This is Rakesh. That is why the name of the story is A Devoted Son. And why son? We will learn this little later. जैसे जैसे कहानी बढ़ेगा, I think all of you will be able to guess that why the name of the story is A Devoted Son. And one particular thing, let me tell you, let me just take a break and let me tell you one thing, that a question which is very important in the story that could be asked in the exam is discuss the title of the story A Devoted Son. तो ये Devoted Son इस कहानी का टाइटल क्यों है, इसको लेकर आपको डिस्कस करना है, इसको लेकर आपको आंसर लिखना है. ओके, सो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. ओके, शुभजीत इज टेलिंग ज्योतिषमान, सर प्रोवाइड नोट्स फॉर एवरी चैप्टर प्लीज, नथिंग एल्स. ओके, आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू इट एज फास्ट एज पॉसिबल, but instead of providing notes, actually notes, you see Jyotishman, if you are there live watching me, then you can see that all these explanations are notes itself. Let me tell you, all these explanations are notes itself. And let me tell you, I have not used very simple language. मैंने यहाँ पे बहुत simple language use नहीं किया है. I have used moderate English here. मैंने यहाँ पे moderate English use किया है इसलिए so that you can write notes from here itself. आप यहाँ से ही notes लिख सकते हैं. And I think you must, all of you must make the habit of making your own notes. Why? I'll tell you, it will help you later in your life. ठीक है? Shubhajit is telling that because of you, sir, I passed my class 10 very well. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Shubhajit. Thank you, Shubhajit. It's so great to hear that so many of you follow my channel and you get a lot of help from my channel. And now there's my website also. I'm slowly uploading notes from there also. Okay, you'll be able to get help from there. But yes, Jyotishman, I assure you that I will be providing as many notes as possible on my website. The link of the website is given in the description box. You can check it out from there. Okay, if Jyotishman and Shubhajit are listening to me. Okay, so even after getting so much of success, he did not forget in honoring his family. Every time he achieved something, he took blessings from his mother and father. Okay, so he was upholding the role of a devoted son. तो वो हमेशा से, every time he would be a very devoted son to his family, towards his parents, and that is most important in life. Despite Rakesh's attentive career, his mother falls ill and eventually passes away. So Rakesh is a doctor now. All of you know he's a physician, he's a doctor. He used to take a lot of care for his mother, but despite the fact that he was taking great care of his mother eventually passes away. उसकी मम्मी का डेथ हो जाता है, राकेश की मम्मी का डेथ हो जाता है. But it's evident that she departs with contentment, with full satisfaction. She goes away, she passes away with full satisfaction that I have mother. Okay, the view of a mother. She passes away, but she happily dies. She happily dies because she has the satisfaction that she has raised what she considers the epitome of a perfect son. तो राकेश को उसकी मम्मी जो है, राकेश को हमेशा एक परफेक्ट सन मानती थी. राकेश used to consider, the mother used to consider Rakesh as a perfect son, and she was very satisfied. She had a very satisfied death. तो उसकी मम्मी को कोई दुख नहीं थी जब वो जब वो चल बसी. उनको कोई गम नहीं थी. ठीक है, बहुत सेटिस्फाइड डेथ उनको हुआ, क्योंकि वो राकेश को वो ये मानती थी कि मैंने एक लड़का जो है, मैंने उसको बड़ा किया और उसने अपना सब ड्यूटीज और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज उसने निभाया, परफेक्टली निभाया. Meanwhile, Verma, growing older, retires from his position at the kerosene dealer's depot. So यहाँ पे मिस्टर वर्मा एक केरोसिन डीलर के डिपो में काम करता था. ओके, एक केरोसिन, so a very petty small job. His Jyotish is very good student, sir. He is always praised you in the school. Oh, thank you so much, Shubhajit. Thank you, Jyotishman, also. I know one boy called Jyotishman. I do not know whether he is the same boy or not. He's from Tura actually. I do not know whether he is the same boy or not. मुझे नहीं पता. But अगर ये same boy है और अगर ज्योतिषमान मुझे सुन पा रहा है और मुझे देख पा रहा है, तो please ज्योतिषमान, can you tell, are you the same boy from Tura? I know Jyotishman actually, a boy called Jyotishman. I don't know whether he's the same boy or not. But anyways, thank you Jyotishman, and thank you Shubhajit, to you too, for appreciating and acknowledging my hard work. ठीक है, तो चलिए कहानी हम लोग जानते हैं. तो वर्मा जो है, आफ्टर हिज वाइफ डेथ, वर्मा बिकेम लिटिल डिप्रेस्ड. वो अपनी वाइफ, जब वर्मा का जब वाइफ मर गया, मतलब राकेश का मम्मी जब मर गया, तो राकेश का पिताजी जो है, राकेश फादर वर्मा जी, he was growing older also, वो बूढ़े भी हो रहे थे, and he was very depressed due to his wife's death. And he, because of his growing age, he soon retires from his position, and he was working at a kerosene dealer's depot, so he retired from there also. Now starts the turning point of the story. कहानी का turning point जो है यही से शुरू होगा. कहानी का टर्निंग पॉइंट अब यही से स्टार्ट होगा. इसी को लेके हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. ओके, यहाँ पे देखते हैं आगे. तो यहाँ पे ये चीज मैंने ऑलरेडी बोल दिया है, बट शी डाइज हैप्पीली एंड फील सैटिस्फाइड दैट शी हैज रेज्ड अ परफेक्ट सन. ओके, तो राकेश का जो माँ है, वो जब उनका जब देहांत हो जाता है, व्हेन शी पासेस अवे, व्हेन शी डाइज वेरी हैप्पीली एंड शी फील्स सैटिस्फाइड दैट आई हैव रेज्ड अ वेरी परफेक्ट सन. Now the neighborhood's perception of Rakesh remains constant. So the entire neighborhood actually, they always praised Rakesh. राकेश की हमेशा वो तारीफ किया करते थे कि राकेश एक बहुत अच्छा, they consider him as a perfect and flawless son. एक बहुत perfect और बहुत गुणी बेटा है, very qualified son, having a lot of qualities. He is a very good husband also, a very good father also, okay, and a physician and a doctor, and his qualities are endless. तो पूरा नेबर जो है राकेश को बहुत रेस्पेक्ट करता था, बहुत लव करता था. ज्योतिषमान, यस सर, ज्योतिष इज फ्रॉम, ओके 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 ओके, ज्योतिष इज फ्रॉम ईस्ट जयंतिया हिल्स. ओके ओके ओके, आई थॉट ज्योतिषमान इज दैट सेम बॉय फ्रॉम Tura actually. Anyways, okay okay, good to know where all of you stay. Okay, yes, Pritam Singh, I know your exams are very near. February 1st is your exam, and I'll try to complete everything. That is why, you know, I am very quickly completing everything. Okay, तो यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं जल्दी जल्दी थोड़ा सा कि पूरा नेबरहुड जो है राकेश को बहुत प्यार करता था. They considered him as a perfect and flawless son, husband, father, a doctor, and his qualities were endless. And one biggest quality was that Rakesh was never proud of his achievements. Okay, this is one of the biggest qualities. Now, I told you this, that Verma has now grown old and retired from his job at the kerosene dealer's depot. तो राकेश का जो पिताजी है वर्मा जी, वो बुरे हो चुके हैं. वो डिप्रेशन में रहते थे क्योंकि उनका वाइफ का डेथ हो गया और वो रिटायर कर गए फ्रॉम द kerosene dealer's depot. Okay, now comes, I told you that the turning point of the story will start now. Challenges in the family. तो अब राकेश के घर में कौन कौन है? Who are there in Rakesh's family? Rakesh is there. His wife is there. Wife of Rakesh. And his son. Let us not take his son. His son is a baby still. And his father, Verma ji. Verma. Basically these three members. Let us not take Rakesh's son because he is a baby still. So basically Rakesh, his wife, and the father of Rakesh, Verma ji, is there in the house. So wife here is not very important. Rakesh and father. So Rakesh and father. Now what kind of challenges will be there in the family? That is more important. That is why the subheading here is that the challenge. I'm sorry, the heading here is challenges in the family. अब ये देखते हैं थोड़ा सा. अब यहाँ पे turning point of the story will come. Following his wife's demise, मतलब death. Demise here is death. I told you that I have used moderate English that you can use in your notes. These are your notes, students. The explanation that you see on the screen is your notes. This will help you in scoring marks. What more do you need? Alright. So, after his wife's death, Verma ji begins to exhibit signs of depression. मैंने कहा, I already told you that after Rakesh's mother passed away, his father Verma was very much depressed, and because of this depression his health started deteriorating, his health started declining or falling down. उसका health धीरे धीरे नीचे जा रहा था वर्मा जी का. Despite Rakesh's persistent efforts to help his father, Verma refuses to help, या Verma refuses to take help, या Verma in turn refuses to help Rakesh. इसको थोड़ा जान लेते हैं कैसे, किस तरीके से. Rakesh is continuously trying to help his father so that his father can become healthy. Okay, Rakesh is a doctor. Don't forget these students. Rakesh एक डॉक्टर है. वो जो है अपने पिताजी, जैसे उसने अपनी माँ का भी हेल्प किया था. When his mother had fallen ill, Rakesh had helped his mother also. Help in the sense Rakesh is himself a doctor. He used to prescribe all. I'm not a doctor. He is a very successful doctor, a very big doctor. His clinic has flourished. As a doctor, he had become very famous in the city. So Rakesh had helped his mother also, but his mother passed away. Rakesh was continuously helping his father also. Why? Because Rakesh himself, he was very much shocked because of his mother's death. He could not take the pain. So that is why he wanted to help his father also. And because of that, he was giving medicines, then, you know, diet, not only medicines. Medicine was there, obviously medicines was there, then diet. Okay, diet means what kind of food his father should eat, all these things. But every time Verma refused to take the help of Rakesh. Okay, now in what way we will learn that? See, initially appreciative of his son's dedication. तो पहले शुरुआत में जो है, when the story starts, you see that Verma ji is very proud of his son Rakesh. He told the entire neighborhood that my son is a great son. Okay, he did not follow his tradition, his customs. When he stood first, when he topped in the national exams in the entire country, he came and touched my feet. But now, Verma gradually grows irritated by Rakesh's presumptions. What is presumptions? We will learn that later. Let me not give example and extend the video just like that. I will give you examples. Verma ji slowly started getting irritated that Rakesh would be giving medicines, will give restrictions, don't eat this food, don't eat spicy food, don't eat oily food. So Rakesh would give all these kind of restrictions, but in a very humble manner. Rakesh will not scold his father. Why did you eat spicy food today? Why did you eat oily food today? No, not like that. Rakesh would be telling his father like that Papa, he would be calling him Papa, that Papa, please don't eat oily food. You see how mother passed away. I want you to become healthy. So instead of taking oily food, instead of taking spicy food, it is better that you follow my diet chart. मैं जैसा जैसा डाइट चार्ट आपको देता हूँ, आप वही चार्ट फॉलो कीजिए. बट वर्मा Rakesh's father would grow irritated, and this irritation takes the form of hatred. ये irritation बाद में hatred का एक फॉर्म ले लेता है. Verma starts hating Rakesh. There is no fault of Rakesh, let me tell you. Here I will support the son. And I'll tell you why. Rakesh, I'll tell you why in the sense, when the story will progress, you yourself will be able to analyze. Okay, that why would you support Rakesh and not his father? Alright, now this irritation starts changing into hatred slowly. Now Rakesh here takes the role of a doctor rather than a son. अब राकेश जो है, देखिए घर पे जो है, अगर आपको एक घर पे एक जब डॉक्टर होता है, when there is a boy or there is a man who is a doctor in his own family, and when he has to treat his own wife or own mother or own father, okay, he cannot act like a son. वो एक बेटे के जैसे बिहेव नहीं कर सकता. Okay, he has to act like a doctor only. So regularly, Rakesh would do what? He would check his father's intake of desserts and fried food. Now Rakesh's father would not accept to the diet chart that his son had given. वर्मा जी ने पूरा मना कर दिया कि मैं तुम्हारा डाइट चार्ट फॉलो नहीं करूंगा, मैं तो स्पाइसी फूड ही खाऊंगा. I will eat fried food. I will eat sweets only. In desserts, generally we eat sweets, ice creams and all these things. I will eat sweets. I will eat fried food. Okay, don't control me. This is what Rakesh's father would tell. Verma would tell Rakesh, don't control me. I am your father. I have raised you. मैंने तुमको बड़ा किया है. तुम मेरा बात मानोगे, मैं तुम्हारा बात नहीं मानूंगा. Now Rakesh had become, tired explaining his father, but still Rakesh was continuously trying, but in a very humble manner. He would never become angry with his father. He would very humbly tell his father that, Father, see, your health is very important. Mother passed away. Your health is very important. So please don't eat sweets. Sweets are not good. It will raise your sugar level in the body. Okay, don't eat fried foods. Fried foods are not good for health. And then Rakesh's father, Verma, would reply that you are trying to control me. I'm your father. Okay, and this would hurt Rakesh very much, but he would not tell anything. And despite of his father's scoldings and all these things, he would go on and on. He would try on and on to check his father's, eating habits, desserts, fried foods. He tried to control the diet as much as possible. जितना हो सके राकेश से उसने अपने तरफ से पूरा कोशिश किया कि फादर डेजर्ट्स या फ्राइड फूड्स ना खाए. Now Verma goes to the extent of complaining to his friend भाटिया. So Verma has a friend. राकेश का जो पिताजी है उनका एक दोस्त है, उनका नाम भाटिया जी. तो ये जो भाटिया है, इनको वो कंप्लेन करता है that his son Rakesh does not give him enough food. अब देखिए कैसा पिताजी है, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फादर वर्मा इज. वर्मा कंप्लेन्स टू अनदर पर्सन हु इज द फ्रेंड ऑफ वर्मा दैट माय सन राकेश डज नॉट गिव मी इनफ फूड. मेरा बेटा मुझको कंट्रोल करता है, मैंने अपने बेटे को बड़ा किया, आई रेज माई सन, बट नाउ सी माई सन कंट्रोल्स मी, माई सन डज नॉट गिव मी दिस फूड टू ईट. मुझे स्वीट्स खाना पसंद है, आई लव ईटिंग स्वीट, माई सन डज नॉट गिव. आई लव ईटिंग स्पाइसी फूड, फ्राइड फूड, माई सन डज नॉट गिव. ही इज कंप्लेनिंग टू भाटिया. Now Verma does not understand that his son is doing whatever his son is doing is for his health only, good health only. But Verma does not understand. और वर्मा ने ये कह दिया कि राकेश मुझे खाना ही नहीं देता है, राकेश डज नॉट गिव मी फूड ओनली. ओके, अब भाटिया जो है, यू नो दिस मैन कॉल भाटिया हु इज द फ्रेंड ऑफ वर्मा, ये भाटिया जो है ये वर्मा को बोलते हैं कि आपके घर में एक, आपको तो थैंकफुल होना चाहिए, यू मस्ट बी थैंकफुल दैट यू हैव a doctor in your family. You have a son who is a doctor in your family. आजकल डॉक्टर का खर्चा कितना है, so much expenses when you visit a doctor. ये टेस्ट करो, वो टेस्ट करो, ये ऑपरेशन, वो ऑपरेशन. Now it is good that your son is himself a doctor, है ना? But Verma says, what doctor? My son controls me. My son does not give me food. Okay. फिर वर्मा ऑल्सो कंप्लेन्स दैट हिज सन ऑलवेज वेस्ट फूड बिफोर गिविंग हिम एंड सेज हाउ डज ही एक्सपेक्ट हिज फादर टू लिव. तो वर्मा ये भी कंप्लेन करता है कि मेरा बेटा, देखिए हमारे खाने में जो है कैलोरीज होता है ना, हमें कैलोरीज चाहिए. जनरली वी हैव अ वेरी रॉन्ग नोशन, वी हैव अ वेरी रॉन्ग कॉन्सेप्ट कि पेट भर के खाना चाहिए. नो, दिस इज रॉन्ग. नो डॉक्टर विल टेल यू कि पेट भर के खाइए. डॉक्टर विल गिव यू डाइट चार्ट. सुबह को मॉर्निंग टाइम यू मस्ट ईट दिस फूड. व्हाई? बिकॉज विद दिस फूड यू गेट प्रोटीन्स, दिस मच ऑफ कैलोरीज. सो कैलोरी काउंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कैलोरी काउंट कि मॉर्निंग में आपको इतना कैलोरी चाहिए, इस खाने से इतना कैलोरी आपको मिलेगा. फिर ब्रेकफास्ट, मॉर्निंग इज ब्रेकफास्ट. देन लंच यू मस्ट ईट दिस फूड बिकॉज फ्रॉम दोज फूड यू विल फाइंड, यू विल गेट दिस मच ऑफ कैलोरी काउंट. ओके, फिर डिनर टाइम पे आपको इतना इतना खाना है, ज्यादा नहीं खाना है, इतना खाना है. देयर आर मेनी डॉक्टर्स हु प्रेस्क्राइब दैट डिनर टाइम यू मस्ट ईट रोटी, चपाती. उससे आपको इतना कैलोरी काउंट मिलता है उम्र के हिसाब से, अकॉर्डिंग टू द एज. ओके, तो राकेश वाज एग्जैक्टली डूइंग द सेम. ही वाज काउंटिंग द कैलोरीज एंड गिविंग एग्जैक्टली दैट अमाउंट ऑफ फूड व्हिच इज गुड फॉर वर्मा's health, his father's health. But Verma complains that my son is measuring food before giving it to me. And then he goes to the extent of complaining that how does my son expect me to live. ठीक है, वर्मा भाटिया को वर्मा बोलता है कि मेरा बेटा चाहता ही नहीं मैं जिंदा रहूं. My son does not want me to stay alive. He wants me to die. What does this mean? As if Rakesh wants Verma to die. Now is it so? It is not like that. Rakesh is doing for the good of his father only, but his father does not understand. Here is where the relationship between father and son changes. आगे देखते हैं, father versus son. Now the word versus I have put here deliberately, actually intentionally, okay, to make you understand the impact of the falling relationship between father and son. बेटा और बाप का जो रिलेशनशिप है वो कैसे टूट रहा है. That, in order to explain that, I have come to the extent actually. Okay. अब आगे देखते हैं. यहाँ पे a conflict emerges between father and son, leading to a struggle for control. यही बात मैं आपको बोल रहा था कि father is complaining that my son controls me, and son wants his father to recover from his unhealthy state. बेटा चाहता है कि पिताजी जल्दी जल्दी रिकवर हो जाए और हेल्दी बन जाए, और इस चक्कर में पिताजी ये कह रहा है कि मेरा बेटा मुझको कंट्रोल करता है, मैंने उसको पाल पोस के बड़ा किया, वो मुझको कंट्रोल करता है, मुझ पे हुक्म चलाता है. ही ऑर्डर्स मी, डोंट ईट दिस, ईट दैट, व्हाई विल आई लिसन. एंड वर्मा, एज टाइम पासेस, जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता गया, वर्मा बिकम्स इंक्रीजिंगली अनहैप्पी एज टाइम गोज ऑन. जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता गया, एज टाइम गोज ऑन, वर्मा बिकम्स इंक्रीजिंगली अनहैप्पी. He grows a certain kind of hatred for his own son Rakesh, That son who has always discharged his duties and responsibilities very, very nicely. He was an immensely obedient son. He got a chance to get settled in America, but he returned home. He married according to the choice of his parents. He never did anything against his parents. He is still an obedient son, but father does not understand. Mealtime. Mealtime becomes a source of dislike for him. Here is Varma. अब जब भी lunch, whenever lunch, breakfast, dinner time comes, okay, father dislikes, because Rakesh will again give him only those food which is good for his health, and because he is restricted to eating very plain foods. तो राकेश जो है अपने पिताजी को सिर्फ प्लेन खाना देता था. Rakesh used to give plain food to his father because of his health only. That Varma does not like. Varma thinks my son is controlling me. अब आगे देखते हैं. On the other hand, Rakesh stays firm in his decisions. और राकेश जो है अपने डिसीजन में, because he is a doctor, Rakesh is very, firm in his decision. That no, you have to eat plain food only. You cannot eat spicy food. You cannot eat, fried food. You have to eat plain food if you have to remain healthy. Now Varma जो है थोड़ा शैतानी भी करता है यहाँ पे. Varma is little naughty also here. In an attempt to outsmart Rakesh, Varma resorts to bribing his grandchildren to bring him sweets from the village shop. तो वर्मा को जो है राकेश के फादर को, he loves eating sweets. Now he would call his grandchildren, मतलब राकेश का बेटा. तो राकेश का बेटा थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया, ओके, तो उनको बुलाता था, अपने ग्रैंडचिल्ड्रन को बुलाता था, और बुला के उनको थोड़ा ज्यादा पैसा देता था. He would give them extra money and tell them, come here, go and bring sweets from the village shop and don't tell your father. Okay, and his grandchildren would go and bring sweets from the village shop, and Varma thought that Rakesh will not know, but Rakesh discovered this. राकेश ने एक दिन अपने बच्चों को पकड़ लिया. राकेश caught his sons and told them, where are you going? And naturally the grandchildren told that we are going to the sweet shop, because grandpa had told us, go and bring sweets from the village shop. He gave us extra money also, say 50 rupees for sweets and 20 rupees for their bribe. उनका घूस है. अब राकेश ने पकड़ लिया, and Rakesh did not like this, because Rakesh is trying everything so that his father can become healthy, but father is doing this kind of activities. So however, Rakesh soon uncovers his father's plan and prohibits him from continuing, explaining that Varma's actions are affecting both his own health and the moral values of his grandchildren. बहुत सही बात है. You see, Rakesh is a very humble character. He is a very intellectual character and very good, noble character. So Rakesh tells his father that, father, what you are doing is, you are telling my children, that is your grandchildren, to go and bring sweets from the sweet shop. In this way, you are affecting your health also. And what education are my children getting? Bribery. Their moral values are falling because of your actions. You are affecting your own health also, and you are destroying the moral values of your grandchildren also. You should not do like that. तो राकेश ने बहुत क्लियर कट अपने पिताजी को ये बात बोल दिया, और ये वर्मा को बहुत बुरा लगा. वर्मा फेल्ट दिस वेरी बैड. व्हाई वुड यू कंट्रोल मी? तो पिताजी और बेटे में, वर्मा एंड राकेश, their relationship had broken already. There was nothing left now. Varma finds solace only in complaining about his grievances to his old friends. अब whenever the friends of Varma, जब भी जो है the friends of Varma would come to his house or he would meet them somewhere, तो Varma would only complain about Rakesh. Varma would only complain of Rakesh. राकेश के बारे में, अपना खुद का बेटा, his own son Rakesh, खुद के बेटे के बारे में वर्मा अपने दोस्तों को बोलता रहता है. He would complain, my son does not give me food, I was telling my grandchildren go and bring sweets. My son restricted that also. He is now teaching me. हर पिताजी ये बोलता है, जब जब पिताजी थोड़ी उम्र हो जाते हैं, my father also, though he is no more, even my father he is no more, many a times he would tell me also that you are teaching me, I am your father, I have raised you up. So sometimes fathers also do not understand. The fact is that because of age, okay, and there's a big generation gap also, okay, because of that, okay, and some fathers are very strict. They don't want to be controlled by anybody, okay. So Varma would complain his friends that my son controls me, my son does not give me this, my son does not give me food. So all these things happen. Of Varma's tragic death. Now why tragic death? Varma died a natural death only. वर्मा का एक नेचुरल डेथ ही होता है, बट वो बहुत ट्रेजिक तरीके से होता है. इट एंड्स ऑन अ वेरी ट्रेजिक नोट. हाउ? ओवर टाइम वर्मा's हेल्थ worsens. अब वर्मा बात नहीं सुनता है. वर्मा डज नॉट लिसन टू राकेश. इफ वर्मा वुड हैव फॉलोड द डाइट चार्ट्स, द एडवाइसेस ऑफ राकेश, देन वर्मा वुड हैव लिव्ड लॉन्गर. बट वर्मा's हेल्थ स्टार्टेड डिक्लाइनिंग. वर्मा का हेल्थ और खराब होता गया, क्योंकि leading to a phase where he must regularly take numerous pills prescribed by Rakesh. अब क्योंकि खाना उनका ठीक ठाक नहीं था, because Verma did not listen to his son properly, that is why a time came when Verma had to take medicines, and those medicines were prescribed by Rakesh only, and Verma did not want to take that. Verma felt, maybe at one time Verma felt that my son is trying to kill me. It must have happened like that, okay, but Rakesh was continuously trying. All right students, Rakesh was continuously trying to help his father only, okay. Now the story concludes on a tragic note. The father who once admired his son's intelligence and achievements endlessly now desires nothing but to be left alone. तो वर्मा ने डिक्लेयर कर दिया था घर पे, देखिए वही बेटा, दैट सेम सन वर्मा वॉज प्राउड ऑफ वंस अपॉन ए टाइम. जब कहानी शुरू होता है, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, जिन्होंने मिस कर दिया आप लोग बाद में जाके देख सकते हैं कि वर्मा जो है, जो अपने बेटे से इतना प्यार करता था, ही लव्ड हिज ओन सन सो मच, एंड नाउ वर्मा हैड completely taken up a dislike for his own son only. And Verma declared that I want to be left alone, I want to be alone. मैं अकेले रहना चाहता हूँ, मुझे कोई डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं चाहिए, मुझे बिल्कुल अकेले रहना है. No one disturbs me, especially you Rakesh. You should not disturb me at all. ठीक है. Now page number 25, if you see, you'll find a line here. I tell you, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. There's one particular line, I am dying, he croaked, let me die, I tell you. पिताजी ने बहुत hatred, मतलब hatefully, the father said that I am dying and let me die, I tell you. मैं मर रहा हूं और मुझे मरने दो, मुझे अकेला छोड़ दो, leave me alone. Okay, this is what Verma said. And Rakesh replied that, Papa, I'm reading from the book, okay, Papa, just after this line, Papa, you are joking. His son smiled at him lovingly. I have brought you a new tonic to make you feel better. मैं आपके लिए एक नया दवाई लेके आया हूँ ताकि आप और अच्छा फील करें. You must take it. It will make you feel stronger again. Here, promise me you will take it regularly, Papa. Look at the son. Look at the way he talks to his father. Even after being one of the biggest doctors in the city, he talks to his father so humbly that, look at the line here, that please promise me, Papa, that you will take this tonic, you will take this medicine regularly, Papa. I have brought it for you so that you can become stronger. Father refuses to listen. Okay. Now, here if you see Verma's mouth, okay, I'll just read out from here. despite Rakesh's efforts to better his father's health and mental state by offering a tonic. जब राकेश ये कोशिश करता रहा कि my father would become stronger, so he offers his father that you must eat this tonic. Verma rejects, refuses to eat, to take the medicine, takes the bottle in his hand and throws the bottle on the ground, breaking the bottle. वर्मा इतना गुस्से में आ जाता है कि वर्मा's mouth worked as hard as though he had a gob of battle in it. इसका मतलब है कि he had become so much angry. Then he spat out some words as sharp as bitter as poison. He scolded his son in very harsh words. उसने अपने बेटे को, वर्मा ने अपने बेटे राकेश को बहुत बुरी तरीके से गाली दिया. As sharp as bitter as poison. Poison की तरह गाली. That scolding was like a poison. Those words were like a poison. Then he spat out some words and sharp as bitter as poison into his son's face. Keep your tonic. I want none. I want none. I won't take more of you, of your medicine. I will not take any more of you. I will not take any command, any order from you. I will not take your medicine also. Never. And he swept the bottle out of his son's hand and with a wave of his own, suddenly grand, suddenly effective. Bottle को फेंक दिया. His son jumped, for the bottle was smashed and thick brown syrup had splashed up, staining his white trousers. Now Rakesh's wife, his wife let out a cry and came running. All around the old man was hubbub once again, noise, attention. So exhausted by the bleak circumstances, I read the lines from page 25 only, the second last paragraph. Okay. Now exhausted by the bleak circumstances, by the bad circumstances of his life, the old man lies down and pleads to be left alone and then passes away. So finally, the father lies down and he says that God is calling me, now let me go. These lines, okay? God is calling me. Last line. God is calling me, now let me go. Okay? These were the last lines of the father, Verma, and then he passes away. उनका डेथ हो गया. ठीक है. अब कहानी तो खत्म है, but there is one analysis, central idea of the story that I am going to do after this. Rakesh once celebrated accomplishments. Rakesh's once celebrated accomplishments, which brought Verma immense pride and joy, have transformed into an unbearable burden. वही बेटा जिस बेटे के ऊपर वर्मा इतना प्राउड था, that same son, on whom Verma was very proud once upon a time, proud of Rakesh's achievements, accomplishments, that brought Verma immense pride, and now that same thing had transformed as a burden. ऐसा लग रहा था कि उसका बेटा उसके लिए बोझ बन चुका था. His own son had become a burden to him now, telling him to drink, telling him to eat, plain food, telling him to, take pills, telling him to take medicines, tonic. It had become a burden for Verma now. Okay, and here the story ends. Now, what is the central idea of the story? The first central idea is the father and son relationship. See, parents are there, but here in the story, what is important is Rakesh, the relationship of Rakesh with his father. So the relation between Rakesh and his father Verma undergoes significant changes when Rakesh takes on the responsibility of caring for his parents, for his father's medical needs. ये कब से शुरू होता है ये change? When does this change exactly occur? This significant change in the relationship between Rakesh and his father occurs only when Rakesh takes the role of a doctor, not a son, a doctor. That means Rakesh's father had expected that whatever I will tell, Rakesh will have to listen. Rakesh had always listened to his father. Rakesh was always obedient to his father. But here also, right now also, when Verma's wife, that is Rakesh's mother, passes away, Verma becomes all alone. His health starts declining, falling down. And that time Rakesh takes the role of a doctor. Okay. From that time, this relationship changed. It underwent a significant change. Okay. So Rakesh's father wanted that if I want spicy food, you will have to give me spicy food. If I want Fried food, you'll have to give me fried food. Sweets, I will not take medicine, you will not give me medicine. This is what his father expected. But Rakesh was adamant, no, I have to treat my father. I have to make my father healthy. So he has done the duty, all his duties as a son, as a husband, as a father also, though that role we do not see Rakesh as a father, but still as a father and as a doctor, he has discharged, he has discharged all his duties and responsibilities very honestly and very efficiently. That we can never deny, right? The second central idea or the second theme is the sense of gratitude. Rakesh is always thankful to his father for his help, but he also hopes that his father, that his dad, that his father will also appreciate him back, which sadly does not happen. राकेश जो है अपने पिताजी वो बहुत थैंक करता है. He always thanks his father for raising him up, for all the struggles that Verma has done. But also there is, also Rakesh hopes that my father should also appreciate me, that I'm doing so much for him. But that sadly does not happen in the story. Rakesh's father never appreciated Rakesh. Verma never appreciated Rakesh. वर्मा ने कभी राकेश को थैंक यू नहीं कहा कि बेटे तुम मेरा इतना ध्यान रखते हो, तुम मेरा इतना ख्याल रखते हो, तुम इतने अच्छे बेटे हो. Never. Verma never told this to Rakesh. What is the sense of, then the third one is the sense of loyalty. What is the sense of loyalty? Even though Rakesh succeeds in his medical career in the US, he could have settled in United States of America. Come on. But no, he came back home. He comes back home. He's so loyal to his family that he comes back home to take care of his mother because he loves his family. क्योंकि वो अपने फैमिली से इतना प्यार करता है, वो घर लौट के आया. He came back home. He married according to the wish, according to the choice of his mother. Whether my wife is plumpy, whether my wife is uneducated, illiterate, that does not matter. My mother told me, my father told me to marry this girl, I'm marrying. He is so much loyal, you see. Until the last end, he went on trying and trying so that his father could become healthy. But father did not understand the feelings of Rakesh. So here in this story, father failed. Son succeeded. Father failed. Alright, so this is the story. I hope all of you have liked the story. हाँ, मैं बनाऊंगा क्लास 12 का भी ऑल्टरनेटिव इंग्लिश का एक्सप्लेनेशन. मैंने पोएट्री कंप्लीट कर दिया है. पोएट्री प्रीतम, पोएट्री प्लीज यू कैन वॉच. मुझे पता है एक्चुअली. यस प्रीतम, मैं जरूर बनाऊंगा. ठीक है, मैं जरूर कंप्लीट करूंगा. ओके, सो द स्टोरी एंड्स हियर. प्लीज कमेंट हाउ यू लाइक द स्टोरी. क्या आपको कहानी अच्छा लगा? और अगर आप कहानी के बारे में और कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, आई हैव मेड सेंट्रल theme of the story, the central idea of the story, but still if you have something from your own side, don't feel hesitant in commenting. आप लोग जरूर कमेंट में भेजिएगा कि आपको कहानी कैसा लगा, how did you like the story. ठीक है, और फाइनली जो है चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा, एंड प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू चेक माय वेबसाइट ऑल्सो. आई विल बी स्लोली अपलोडिंग नोट्स फॉर क्लासेस 11 and 12. 11 मैंने कुछ नोट्स डाला हुआ है. क्लास 11 आई हैव अपलोडेड सम नोट्स, यू कैन चेक फ्रॉम देयर. ठीक है, ज्यादातर मैंने कोर इंग्लिश से ही डाला है, तो आप लोग प्लीज चेक कर लीजिएगा उसको. ओके, एंड ग्रामर एंड कॉम्पोजिशन प्लेलिस्ट ऑल्सो यू कैन वॉच. यू हैव ग्रामर एंड कॉम्पोजिशन ऑल्सो इन योर सिलेबस, तो उसका एक प्लेलिस्ट है. वो प्लेलिस्ट आपको, पूरा प्लेलिस्ट आपको मिल जाएगा डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में. यू विल फाइंड द कंप्लीट प्लेलिस्ट इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. You can check it out from there also. Okay, so finally I am going to end the live streaming. Thank you all, those of you who have joined the live streaming. Thank you so much. And once again, please subscribe to the channel, like and share my videos with all your friends, and invite them, tell them to subscribe to the channel so that all of you can get more benefits. So finally I'm ending the live streaming. A good night to all of you, and with love from Omni Gyan.